Welcome to Reasonably Catholic. In this season 3, we are looking at the moral teachings of the Church. In this week, we are looking at what does the Church have to say about pornography. We should first, as the Jesuits say, define our terms. The word pornography comes from the Greek words porne, which means a harlot or a prostitute, and graphos, meaning writing or depiction. If we put both the words together, we arrive at a depiction or a description of activities of a prostitute. Webster elaborates to indicate that it also means a depiction of licentiousness or lewdness, or a portrayal of erotic behavior designed to cause a sexual excitement. Christopher West, in his book Good News About Sex and Marriage, says this: pornography does nothing but foster in man his fallen inclination to treat women as things for his own sexual gratification. A man who uses pornography so long as he remains in its clutches has incapacitated himself to love women properly. He cannot hope to have a healthy, pure relationship with a woman. He cannot hope to enter marriage honestly, fruitfully, and faithfully. Men who use pornography have emasculated themselves. That's from page number 84. Pornography isn't wrong because sex is bad or that the body is shameful. It's good because sex is good and the body magnificent. As Christians, we must never forget whose idea sex was in the first place. It was not thought up by Hugh Hefner or by Cosmopolitan magazine, but by God. In fact, God's very first commandment to humanity in the Bible is to be fruitful and multiply. And as philosopher Dr. Peter Kreeft noted, I do not think he meant for us to grow oranges and to invent calculators. Pornography is wrong because it removes sexual intimacy from its natural context, turning it into a commodity to be bought and sold. It has been rightly said that the problem with porn is not that it shows too much, but that it shows too little of the human person. Pornography is a grave offense against God and His gifts to men and women. God created men and women in His image to share in His divine life. Rather than respecting and cherishing this image of God, pornography promotes a harmful and destructive anthropology, which is the view of a person. It teaches people to use others as objects, in this case, as means of selfish, lustful gratification. In addition, since pornography attacks the sexual desire and the conjugal act itself, it wages war on marriage. It is important to remember what God created for husbands and wives. Pornography reduces the mystery and beauty of a man or a woman to a collection of body parts to be used rather than recognizing them as persons to be loved. It reduces the great mystery and sanctity of human sexuality to a trivial activity that need not be of any real importance. The Catechism of the Catholic Church explains in para 2354, pornography perverts the conjugal act, the intimate giving of spouses to each other. It does grave injury to the dignity of its participants, actors, vendors, and the public, since each one becomes an object of base pleasure and illicit profit for others. It immerses all who are involved in the illusion of a fantasy world. The virtue to which we are called with regard to sexual relationships is called chastity. Through integrity and self-control, the chaste person observes the true meaning and intimacy of sexual relations. Pornography is gravely offensive to this. Pornography gradually cripples a man's ability to love. It is impossible to love a fantasy, but living in a world of fantasy allows a guy to escape from reality and evade the demands of authentic love. It is important to rely on God's grace to escape the clutches of pornography so that one can love as God intended. So, was that reasonable? Let us know in the comment section below this video. And until the next week, bye.